I just seen a video by the creator Orchid Mommy, and she was talking about how a lot of women are losers. Like, we don't usually call women losers, but a lot of women are losers for the simple fact that they don't want to be anything. They don't want to do anything with their lives, yet they hate on and try to tear down women who do. And she used the word destabilize, which describes perfectly how loser women will literally try to trick you out of your spot, make you feel like you're doing something wrong or you are wrong because you're confident or because you don't need the group's validation. These are the type of women who will never check each other like in a genuine way. Maybe passively they be doing little weird stuff to each other, but they will never hold each other accountable for real. They never check each other. They never give each other criticism, constructive criticism to be a better woman, but instead they commune and they build bonds by hating on the next person that doesn't need their validation, that doesn't want to be a part of their group. Even today, I walked into a restaurant, forgot something in my car, so I had to go back out to my car and come back in. And these two girls were literally staring at me walking in. They seen me come in the first time, and I guess they decided the second time they were going to like simultaneously stare at me as I walked by. And it's just like, if you're gossiping, if you're talking about me, that's one thing. But loser women will try to make sure you know that they're talking about you and make sure that you know that they don't mess with you for whatever reason or they don't like you even. And sometimes they do it in a joking way, but you still feel that bit of like truth behind the joke. You know what I mean? Women are really losers. Like, believe it or not, women are losers.
Over 50% of women over 40 are on antidepressants. Let that sink in. Half of an entire generation of women medicated just to cope with life. And no, this is not just about a chemical imbalance. It's about what's really happening to women.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
So a lot of my single mom friends have been like, oh, I'm so depressed. And I'm like, well, have you gotten laid recently? And they're like, well, no. And I'm like, well, bingo.
I'm 38 years old. I've never been married. I've never had children. I have 3 cats in my house.
I'll be 41 next week. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to really tell you the shit. So after the age of basically like 32, that is when you're just going to date people that are coming off of divorce.
I am 50 years old and I have never been married and I don't have kids. And I know that some people think that is a red flag.
I'm 45 and child-free and I regret not having children.
No, I'm not the only person that feels this way. I'm turning 40 next year and I'm single with no children.
You ever have those days at work where you wish you would have married that attorney when you were 27 years old for his children?
Anybody else struggling with dating after their 40s?
Are there any men left out there in this entire universe that prefers a woman in her 40s with a natural body?
No one tells you just how lonely your 40s can be.
I do get very triggered around going to my brother's at Christmas and all the kids being there and I'm the only single person there. And I've started feeling, I mean, he doesn't know this, but I feel I can't help it, and it brings me shame.
So today we have 5 signs that you're an option. A lot of people out there, they're an option, and they don't even realize it yet. So if any of these 5 are present, let me tell you, you're going to have a rude awakening if you don't open your eyes. Number 5, unavailability. If the person you're talking to, you're trying to make plans, they really don't have any open space for you, chances are you're an option. Because people make time for what's important to them. Number 4, gaps. Now, unexplainable gaps are a very, very telltale sign that you're an option. Someone disappears for a couple hours, their stories don't line up with what they're doing. And I'm not saying you got to go full FBI mode, but it's just you got to look out for these things. Number 3, she doesn't ask you what color to paint her nails. If your girl really likes you, she wants your opinion. She wants to know what you think, which leads into number 2, you ain't getting no fit checks. A girl that likes you wants your opinion. She's going to want to know how you think she looks, how you would like her to look. So if she's not looking for your opinion on these 2 things, chances are she's asking another guy, which means you're an option. And number 1, the most telltale sign, if you ain't, brother, somebody. She's sitting here telling you, oh, I'm celibate. I haven't slept with anyone in 3 months. So if you ain't that is the number one telltale sign that you are an option. You may be even playing a role. You might be food guy. You don't want to be food guy. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. Keep your eyes peeled for these telltale signs right here, and I will see you at the same time again tomorrow.
A lot of men today, they're not afraid to approach women, but they are tired of the modern dating environment. And society keeps asking, why don't men approach anymore? But almost nobody asks the real question. What happened that made men stop trying in the first place? Because for many men today, approaching women no longer feels exciting. It feels emotionally risky, exhausting, and just sometimes really not even worth it. So let's talk about the real psychological reasons this is happening. I've broken it down in a few parts here. So the first part, men are just tired of disrespect. Most men can handle rejection. Men deal with rejection all the time as a part of life. But the real issue is disrespect. A lot of men feel that modern dating culture treats them like a problem before they even speak.
Sassy male apocalypse is really funny until we need to find husbands. Only 1 in 3 men under the age of 30 are in a relationship, whereas 2 in 3 women are in a relationship. How is this possible? Women are dating older. If you have 50 men on Tinder and 50 women on Tinder, 46 of the women will give all of their attention to 4 men. On Tinder, a man of average attractiveness has to swipe 200 times to get 1 swipe back for coffee. And if the coffee date happens, 4 out of 5 of those said coffees will ghost him. The men who are rejected at that rate indulge in more misogynistic content online and pornography. I begin to think about my brothers or my future sons. And the reality, the current situation is men are not doing well. And who wants economically and emotionally viable men the most? Women.
What's crazy to me is that this difference between what young women experience and what young men experience in dating and in relationships today is that it's just skimmed over. It's like, oh, we both have it really bad. And yeah, men have it worse, a little worse. But guys, let's be real. Just based on these statistics alone, men have it way worse than women when it comes to dating. In general, I don't think that people, especially young women, do a good job at putting themselves in young men's shoes. Because what I've seen is that there is a total lack of empathy when it comes to this issue. For example, when the loneliness epidemic was first being talked about in young men, women bashed men. They blamed men for the issue. And then women wonder why they can't find a good husband. Well, it's because when they were younger, in their 20s, and they were going through this, they just decided to stay single and build their empire.
Let me put y'all women on game, because y'all be acting slow as men don't fear commitment. They fear regret. Let me tell you something that women don't like to hear. Men aren't scared of commitment. They scared of their life around with you. See, when a man commits, that's not like you committing. For you, it's emotional. For us, it's permanent, financial. Like, it's literal. It's just emotional with y'all. Men don't think like, do I love her? How long is this gonna last? Is she thinking about me? No, we thinking about, if this go left and don't work, how up am I gonna be after this? That's how we processing shit. That's why a man can love you, put you heavy, provide for you, all of that, and still hesitate. Because once we choose wrong, society gonna be like, that sucks. Nah, they be like, you should have chose better.
The best decision I ever made in my entire life was to marry this woman right here. Whose birthday it is in 2 weeks. And I love you so much, and the only regret that I have is that I only got to marry you once.
I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. Ugh. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
Okay, I have 2 butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder, letting him sleep over, and I woke up in the morning and my was a little sore.
Oh my God.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
I'm tired of keep talking about if he ain't coming to make my life easy, he shouldn't be. Shut the up with that. Like, How hard is it? You on Instagram living this glamorous lifestyle, bitch. That's why I slid on you. Whole time you capped the out. You ain't got your together. Is you gonna make my life easy? Is you gonna make mine easy, bitch? If you need a trick, baby, just say that. Cause all that talking about coming to make your life easy, is you gonna make mine? No, the you not. Cause you gonna beg all the time. I already know. You gonna beg, cheat, steal, in, lie, in, everything that I know. Get the on that capping.
You know, these modern women think that they have all the time in the world. Some of them, they feel the wall coming on, and they might not call it the wall, but they'll say, man, you know, I don't really want to go to the club anymore. There's not a lot of guys out there. And they might be coming to this realization right around 26, 27, maybe. Not all modern women, but some of them. And they say, you know what, I really do want to settle down. And at that point in time, they'll stop doing what they're doing, start going back to church, start trying to clean their life up. But as fate would have it, there's always that one friend that is a terrible, terrible influence. And they'll come in, girl, we can go do this, we can do that. And then you have them right back out there in the club, doing the stuff that they used to do, messing around with all the same guys, and even some newer guys that she shouldn't be messing around with, running up the body count. And that goes on for another like 9 or 10 years. So now when she was settling down at 26, 27, ready to get married, trying to clean her life up, she honestly and truly probably would have been ready by 29, 30. Take a little while to get all that junk out your system. You go through therapy and all that stuff. By the time you're 29 or 30, which is when most people, you know, a lot of people, at least black people, a lot of people get married, right? So she'd have been ready on in that timeline, that trajectory. Modern women don't leave themselves any room. They don't leave themselves any airspace. It's, I'm 35. I'm going to cut the clubbing and all the other nonsense right now. Well, by that time, you didn't racked up a body count. You didn't done so much weird stuff that the man sees it. Whereas you'd be a good woman, there's so much stuff that you've been involved in that the man is like, oh, well, I'm not really excited about this, so I don't think we're going to get married.
The men of LA don't approach women, and I refuse. I will not approach a man.
No.
I'll literally make you so uncomfortable that it gets to the point where you have to say something to me because you have become you know what a little bitch you are right now. Like I've been in the same room as you for 45 minutes and you keep looking over at me and you think I'm going to say something to you. And you're looking at me, talking to other people, having fun. You're going to have to approach me. I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with it. And somebody told me that the guys here literally say that they prefer when a woman approaches them.
Ew.
I'm like, not in New York.
I've met very attractive men that they literally, the only girls they've ever dated approach them. I was
disgusting.
Like, what? I was like, you're an attractive man too, tall, whatever. I'm like, how do you not just, you could easily just go hi. Like, you don't have to
literally, you could just be like, hi. They can't.
Men saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women. That it's better to be single, guys. They're almost like happy about the fact that they're gonna make the choice to avoid the entire gender of women because they have yet to actually resolve the war they have within themselves.
It is not because they're fighting a war within themselves. It is because they found peace with themselves. And she was so close. She was just so close to getting there because at least she's recognizing what men are saying. Because they're tired of the complaining, the double standards, the expectations, and the risk of losing everything that they've built. There is no unresolved internal war going on in these men. He just found peace and contentment on his own instead of using that energy and effort on someone else.
Every day, therapist, mother made. Therapist, mother made. Then a virgin, nursed and a servant. Then a bandage, lift to attendance, so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine, so he can live.
Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom. Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's going to happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy most of the time being a single mom. This is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be hard. It will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore. Because these men make it so hard. Oh, they make it so hard to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can, and you get $250 a month. What the f***? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to post this.
Because happy women ain't in the streets like that. Happy women don't even post on the internet like that. We know y'all tricks. You're not fooling us men. We know if she start back posting half naked pictures, she back single again and she trying to make her ex mad. If she start posting vacations and random turn-ups and cocktail hours, she want to make her ex jealous. If she start posting gym progress photos and random targets runs, she want to let her ex know that she's focusing on herself. If she start posting life quotes, she want to let her ex know that she's healed, sealed, and delivered. You know? And oh yeah, the booty pic is not the thirst trap. The real thirst trap is her selfie photo. We know.
If a girl likes you, but also does not like you, then she likes you, but she doesn't like the fact that she likes you. Because if she didn't like you in the first place, she would like you. But now, because the girl doesn't like you, you find yourself in a situation where you like the girl, which the girl doesn't like because she likes you.
So I posted this video where the guy was saying, like, women are buying y'all things. Like, where are you finding the women that buy things? So I use an example. Off the top of my head, I just talked about how a lot of men don't get birthday cakes. It's just not a thing. Like, dudes aren't out here planning, like, a big birthday dinner and saying all they boys need to come and, you know, picking out an outfit. Like, most men aren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? If they are having something, somebody else is planning it for them. I'm not saying nobody ever does it. I'm just saying men just really don't care about their birthdays. Like, they'll usually go out, have a cigar, something like that. Whatever. So in the comments on Facebook, I mean, the women are in my comments just going at me. How many cakes did you buy? So how many men have you dated? Well, first off, let me say this. Cakes are $7. Okay? Like, cakes are not expensive. Cakes are like my go-to for men and women when I don't know what the you like just yet. And I don't want to spend a lot of money. So the best bet is to just get a birthday cake. If I know that you like red velvet, which most dudes like red velvet, that's what I'm going to get. It's cheap. I get a birthday card. And then my is always super appreciative because it's like, oh my God, I haven't gotten a cake. And I'm like, everybody deserves a cake on their birthday. Like, so you women coming in my comments saying things like, yeah, that's why you single now. Yeah, you buying cakes. Okay. The same men that I didn't buy cakes for, not with me either. It's just like, y'all let me know every time in the comments that y'all just care about what other people think on social media. It's like, And then one girl said something about, oh, I haven't bought a cake for my man and I've been with him for 10 years. And I'm just like, so what are you doing for him on his birthday? Because if you won't buy a $7 cake, then you have to be doing something beneath that. So what you think? This is a gift? Y'all are weird.
This lady got a question for us, fellas. Let's see if we can help her out.
Auntie's here and I got a question. Why are more women shoveling themselves out, digging themselves out? Where the men's at?
Okay, it is time to go outside and shovel some snow. Where's a man at when you need him? Because ain't no me around here. In New York, I never hardly had to do this because, of course, I had good neighbors. I should have kept that last guy I was dating.
I can't do another winter with no husband. This is the last winter I got in me without a husband.
I'm a single black woman in Chicago. Of course I have to go shovel my own snow. I'm a single woman in Chicago. So even my male friends don't even see if I need my snow shoveled or iced or anything because they think I got a list of dudes lined up and they don't want to do it so they don't look stupid because in case somebody else is cracking me.
I am 40 years old and at this big age, this is the very first time I had to shovel my porch, stairs, and walkway by myself. As a single mom, I'm at peace and I love my life. But it's moments like this that make me think to myself, it would be kind of nice to have a man around the house. But
I'm trying to be a good Samaritan and shove this hard. Like,
if you got a man and he out here shoveling your snow, sis, go in the kitchen and fix that mother plate. Stop playing. Stop it.
This is hilarious to me. So I guess you only need men when it's time to pick up the check and shovel snow. That's what I'm taking from this video. And it's so funny to me because that type of thinking is why these women are out there shoveling snow, because they don't understand the value of a man. And then these women are tripping. And one lady talked about something, she gonna find a husband by next year. Well, you look like you're in your 40s, maybe 50s. So if you ain't found one yet, I'm gonna bet that it ain't gonna happen next year either. And the other lady mad at her so-called male friends because they don't want to come shovel her snow.
what kind of shit is that?
Lady, that's not their job if that's your male friend. Why would you even expect them to do that? That is insane. But it's fine. I'm not here to give you women a speech or anything. I'm just here to answer the first lady's question. She asked, where are the men, or what are the men doing?
Just chill. So basically, this day hinges on your feelings. My life hinges on your feelings. The things that I do, the emotions that, because y'all, modern women keep on saying that we don't show anything but anger. But actually, you see anger because you nag. You're actually seeing frustration. You're actually seeing annoyance. And men show annoyance for a little bit. They'll show frustration for a little bit. When you start to see rage and aggression and anger, because you make it seem like the majority of men, they're aggressive and they have an anger problem. No, you haven't been listening. You're not listening to what the man is saying. You're not following the lead and the direction of the man's emotions. You're not even paying attention to it. And so when a man finally gets mad and he gets upset, you're caught off guard. Oh, he's directing. I was okay when he directed that aggression and that anger at everybody else because that's what I wanted. I wanted him to be a pit bull, right? I would go out and say things and he would take care of me and all these other things. And he would be like this to everybody else. But I never stopped to say, is he okay? What's going on? I never asked that. It didn't matter to me. And now that he's turning it on me, now I have all the questions in the world when I should have been asking something in the first place. What's going on? Why? Now you're saying, why you're so upset with me? I never did anything. When did I do something wrong? What's going on? Did I say something? Did you see something that you didn't like? And allow him to explain it to you and really be sincere. But y'all don't care about it until it's you in the situation. Then all of a sudden, oh, he's got anger issues. I don't know what we're going to do.
Guys hit the gym after a breakup because they think their body was the issue. Bro, you have the emotional intelligence and maturity of a doorknob.
Today we're doing a video on female panderers. These are content creators that only make one kind of content where men are always bad and women are good. Women are never held accountable for their actions. They don't know any other way to make content. It's very, very damaging content. I want you to think about that video you just saw. Pretend you're in a relationship and your partner decides after you guys break up to go to the gym, start going to the gym all the time. And you say, hey, you know what? The only reason why they're going to the gym is to get back at me. The only reason why they're going to the gym is to get over the breakup with me. You making them going to the gym about you is called narcissism. The only person who needs to go to therapy is Chris GQ Perry. So in this video, I'm going to show you 4 ways that you can always tell if you're listening to a guy who is a female panderer. The first one, infantilizing female choice.
Everybody's talking about the clip from Inside the Manosphere with Justin Waller, a married man with 2 kids, a third on the way, who boasts about sleeping with other women and having threesomes with his wife. The wife says, well, at least he's honest because in my last relationship, I was lied to.
No, that's not all she said, Vincent. She also talked about the fact that she found women attractive, and that's part of the reason why she enjoys sleeping with other women with her husband. You had to skip over that part because then she is now taking agency for her own decision, and you can't have that. The only narrative that you can have is that she's being manipulated or extorted by her husband. It can't be that she made her own decision to do this.
You say you want a man, but a real man leads, and this is not leadership. Justin, all these male influencer dudes, they do not understand true leadership because leadership is actually simple. Do the people closest to you feel safe? Do they feel chosen? Do they feel led? Safe? No. This guy can leave at any moment, and the second she puts her foot down, he's gone.
Ladies, take a second and just think about what he just said. Now, I happen to know Justin and I know his wife, Kristen, and I know for a fact that she does feel safe. But no, he's telling her that she's too dumb to know that she shouldn't feel safe. I want you to consider the level of arrogance and narcissism to tell someone else that they shouldn't feel safe when they do. This is infantilizing her choices. Once again, I don't understand how any other way you can see this. If she makes the decision to have this arrangement with her husband, why are you blaming her husband? Well, the reason why is because you're making pandering content for women. And what makes this even worse with this content creator, Vincent, is he's trying to use the Christ pill in order to do this. In fact, he's trying to say, oh, this is a Jesus Christ thing. He's trying to use the church in order to say, I'm a good person and I'm here trying to protect women. No, you're just trying to infantilize them, just like every other content creator I'm exposing here. Which leads me to point number 2. There is zero scientific basis in what these guys are saying.
If a woman is single for a long time, like 2 years, 3 years or more, it ain't because something's wrong with her, most likely. More than likely it's because she's intelligent. And that's not to say women who are in relationships or marriages or that get in these relationships quickly are just dumb. What I'm saying is intelligent women, they have the smallest dating pool because they have the least amount of tolerance for BS.
Now, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I looked up the data, and of course, there's no data anywhere stating that a woman, because she's been single for 2 years, is more likely to be intelligent. Obviously, that isn't real. But why does he say that? He says that because he understands there's single women in his audience that he wants to get the approval of, get likes and follows and shares, etc. So that's why he makes these ridiculous statements. And here's the problem. Instead of actually being honest with some of these women and saying, hey, listen, maybe the problem is you're intelligent, but also the problem might be the fact that, you aren't taking care of yourself, or you're in a city where there aren't a lot of great people to date, or maybe there's certain things in your personality that make it difficult for you to date. Instead of her taking accountability for the fact that she's single, instead he's just saying, no, the reason why you're single is because you're intelligent. This is ultimate gaslighting and extreme levels of pandering.
Are literally going after the top 10% of men.
Literally, no, they're not. I swear that this claim derived from a study from a dating app ages ago.
Yikes, that video didn't age well. You guys can take a screenshot of this if you want so you can look up the study for yourself. This came from Cambridge University Press just last week that highlighted 58% of women's relationships are with the most promiscuous 10% of men. The data source for this is the GSS from 2014 to 2024. Check out the winner-take-all dynamic. The study illustrates an extreme Pareto distribution, that's the 80-20 rule, in modern mating. While the majority of men have very few partners, a small elite group of highly promiscuous men account for the majority of encounters. Additionally, this is Dr. Deborah So of York University. She has a PhD in psychology. She recently wrote a book. The book is called Sextinction and goes over modern intimacy. In the book, she goes over findings social media creates the illusion of connection while actually isolating people and pitting men against each other. Again, that's everyone I've been showing you. All these content creators I'm showing you are literally trying to pit women against men. There's no argument against this. They are not holding women accountable, and in every single one of their videos, men are bad, women are good. Dating apps produce choice paralysis, ghosting and ego boosting, swiping with no intent to meet, porn, OnlyFans, and AI companions are replacing real intimacy, and people are starting to prefer them, and women are outpacing men economically, creating a hypergamy mismatch where successful women can't find suitable partners and men feel invisible. Additionally, half of Gen Z has a diagnosed mental disorder, with 90% of those being anxiety, making dating feel impossible. Endocrine disruptors and hormonal birth control are blunt desired biologically. Men who are unemployed or under earning are largely removed from the mating market entirely, and the gender split. Men are hit dramatically harder. 1 in 3 men versus 1 in 5 women have had 0 partners in the last year. So these female panders do not want to understand, or do not want you to understand, that there's actually a crisis when it comes to dating, and it's not all men's fault. They want to hand wave this away because any talk about the top 10 women choosing the top 10% of men just shows hypergamy, and they can't let you have that. Once again, I just want you to understand, whenever you're dealing with someone and they don't hold you accountable, they never tell you that you're wrong. All they do is spoil you, gaslight you, tell you whatever you want to hear. They're not doing you a favor. So a little bit of context with the Will Hitchens situation. About 3 years ago, he made a video about me criticizing me because I was dating someone who was significantly younger than me. And he didn't understand the context of our relationship, so I don't really blame him. We chose each other. I was not looking for someone that young. She was not looking for someone that old. It just happened. Okay, so I totally get it. I would not have chosen that. Additionally, he made fun of my physical appearance, which I get. I have a very punchable face, so no offense taken. I totally grasp that. I made a response video on Access Vegas where I had all the girls on the show watch his video, and they completely understood that he was just basically taking me out of context. So you know what he did? He contacted me, or he tried to contact me and apologize. He said, hey, listen, I shouldn't have made fun of your physical appearance, and I didn't understand the context of your relationship with your girlfriend. I apologize, right? Nope. After making a video about me, and then I responded to it, then he decides to block me on Instagram. I guess it ain't no fun when the rabbit got a gun, huh?
Women who don't check a man's phone will still find out if he's unfaithful through their intuition and dreams. One thing about a woman is that she always knows when something is wrong or off, whether it's through an energy shift, a gut feeling, or even a dream that gives her the answers she needs.
Let's see what the data says. Research on relationship anxiety and attachment insecurity shows that anxious attachment individuals already have a bias towards perceiving threat and betrayal that isn't there. Dreams about a partner's infidelity are strongly correlated with the dreamer's attachment anxiety, not actual partner behavior. This is a well-documented pathway to false accusations, unnecessary conflict, and relationship destruction based on nothing real. Again, this is terrible, terrible advice. Ladies, if you want to make sure that you never get into a happy, healthy relationship, just keep listening to these panders. 3, advice for men, but the audience is almost entirely female.
Hey, send her 1,000 just because. Josh, how much you sent her?
No, cool little 500.
Come on now. Fresh, how much you sent yours?
I want to know how many people in the comments believe that if this dude just sent a random girl $1,500 who wasn't attracted to him, that she would automatically just become attracted to him because of that. Please, guys, this is terrible advice. If there was one single guy out there who said, hey, who's in a heterosexual relationship and it was like, yeah, I was having a terrible relationship, then I started listening to Will Hitchens or Keenan Williams, or I started listening to Chris GQ Perry tell me to not go to the gym, and then it fixed my relationship. If I could find one guy who believed that, maybe I wouldn't make this video. But the reality is they don't help men at all. They act like they're talking to men, but their audience is entirely female. And the 4th way to tell if you're dealing with a female pander is a complete and total lack of accountability for women. Listen, I don't care what walk of life you're in. You know that if you're a school teacher, if you're dealing with a loved one, if you're dealing with a child, if you're dealing with a coworker, you're dealing with someone that you're in a relationship with, not holding them accountable and not ever communicating them and giving them feedback is definitely not doing them a favor. This is a situation here. Ladies, you're not going to be able to learn what you need to learn, what parts are your fault and what parts are his fault, if you keep listening to people who keep telling you exactly what you want to hear. Please, you can do better. I was shocked when I saw how many women that I knew were actually following some of these content creators. I want better for you, so I ask you, please unfollow these people. And by the way, if I missed any of them, leave their name down in the comments, and hopefully we can make another video exposing some more female panders.
Send a 500 for that right now. Throw in with the leave out, all that. Brazilian, Malaysian, whatever she into. You want her, right? She yours, right? Pay for that.
I think Chris Perry and the guys like him, you know, they're either they're either knowingly running a grift at this point, or they think like a woman. They think, and let me not just say a woman, let me specify these modern women. They think like these modern women. Everything is about me. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get her back. If I get better, if I go get a master's degree or I get a better job, it's because I want her back. She showed me these things. She unlocked so many things in me and I didn't understand. That might be the case for some guys. Some guys truly, genuinely did fumble the woman they were with. They did. She was a good woman, to be fair. But some of these modern women, that man let her go. Oh, you going to, no, I'm going to the gym because that's where I need to be. I was trying to get back to the gym, but I let the cares of life and other things get in my way. But now that I have a little bit more time, I'm going back to the gym. And you're not going to see me or hear me make any post about, well, I'm revenge body. I'm not here for any of that. I'm just here to show up and get better for myself. That's it. Modern women be doing that type of stuff.
My question is this: if y'all feel like men don't do, like they exist for no reason, let me know what the women are for. Because whether y'all want to believe it or not, women's purpose on earth is to procreate. Not saying that's our main purpose on earth, but without man and woman, we could not procreate. Because we all know that women always complain about some labor, whether it's hard labor, labor, or anything. So you lazy ain't finna invent, build, or create but a problem and want to talk about the world would be a better place if men didn't exist. Bitch, speak for yourself. If it wasn't for women being with men, we all would not be here. So I'm just trying to figure out, do y'all want to eradicate us, including yourself? Because that's what it's giving. Don't be trying to unalive everybody along with your... Because if y'all watch Vampire Diaries, and I'm going to break it down like this for a reason. If you watch Vampire Diaries, if you unalive an original vampire, that means that every vampire that turned in that bloodline is going to be unalived in that order. Don't be out here trying to take out men so y'all can take out all of us. I'm not doing it. Some of y'all are just as corrupted as the world is. I would never sit here on the internet, let alone in my life, talk about I don't need a man and I wish men didn't exist. Or I'm just so done with men. I've decided I'm done with men. I'm going to women because women look like men and they look better. But she got to look like this. Like, no, I'm not dating no woman who is epitomizing a man. Y'all hate men because y'all want to be them. That's what it's giving. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Y'all hate men because y'all rather be them than be with them. That's what it is. I found the answer, fellas.
I just want to know whatever happened to letting a female win an argument and shutting up and saying, you know what, babe? Whatever, I'm not gonna win. You try to argue. That's what screams sassy, punk, sassy. That's literally why.
It was never supposed to be that way. But you think it's supposed to be that way because you're a masculine broad that was taught by your mammy to be a masculine broad. The way it's supposed to work is you supposed to let your man win the argument and close your mouth. That's how it's supposed to work.
Men are the prize. Now, this is probably going to be the most pick-me I've ever said in my life. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know that men are the prize. Men are the prize. Now, when I'm talking about men, I'm speaking about black men in the United States. Let's do some math. The real math, not that girl y'all be doing. Black women make up 7% of the U.S. population. Black men make up 6.5% of the population. You see how that's already less? All right, let's go a little bit deeper. Out of that 6.5% of men, 2.8% of those men are incarcerated. So that leaves you roughly, 3.7% of men to choose from. Oh, but wait, some of those men suck. So you have about 0.18% of those men. So what does that leave you with? 3.52% to your 6.98% women. Supply and demand, bitch. You are not the prize. The men are the prize because it's less of them and more of us. It's simple.
Oh, and you said, get the up out my comments. Y'all slick trying to pick up these roses in my comments. Like, this what they be saying. Oh, you just need to buy these women and stop asking questions. And these roses is liking this comment and writing under it. That's a man. That's a real man. That's a king. That's a dickhead. Shut up. Then I clicked the profile. He looks like Rick Ross when he used to work for corrections before he got money. What are y'all talking about? That's how y'all end up with them ugly ass baby fathers. Always chasing the money. What you talk about? That said buy you something and y'all was just ready to. And I be on TikTok looking at these Diddy and R. Kelly. These be in the comments like, oh, they was with the wrong, because for the right amount of money, I would have kept my mouth shut. That's why I don't take y'all serious. The that really be going through, that be getting by men, they never get through because you guys like y'all up here just trying to with anybody just because they giving y'all some money. Y'all mothers never told y'all don't talk to strangers. Y'all's one of them that go up to them vans that say we got candy. Stupid.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why are you single right now?
Because the men are not enough rich to take care of me.
So you're looking for a rich man?
Yes. Yes, I want to be spoiled.
Why does he have to be rich?
Because I want to be spoiled. Because I make my own money and I need to be dominated.
So you couldn't dominate the man who you were out earning?
I'm submissive. No, I cannot.
So the man that you want, what do you expect from him financially?
I accept him to change my life and, I don't know, take care of me, give me security.
He has to pay for everything?
Yes.
Take you on trips?
Yes, of course.
Whatever you want, it doesn't matter the cost, he should be able to get it?
Yes, exactly.
But you're 29 now.
Yes.
Do you think that if you met a multimillionaire in Miami, that he's going to say, yeah, I'll give that to her? Or is he going to give it to the 23-year-old girl?
I look young, I look fresh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I think I look 23.
Okay.
Do you?
That question's up for debate. But he gives you that, right? How do you support that multimillionaire in his life?
Just me.
Just you?
Yes.
But what do you bring?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah. It's hard to be a woman today, so, and we get down, so.
I keep telling you ladies that men are no longer falling for this. They're not buying a bunch of drinks for women that they do not know, that you would probably just take from them and walk away, not even hold a conversation for it. And then on top of that, not only do they know that you're not going to appreciate it because you're literally not giving anything back to them, but they know how you end up viewing them for it. You are just trying to get a drink from them and nothing else. You're not being genuine and they are not falling for that. And it's so funny to me because ladies today, it's almost like you all are trying to compensate and make up for feeling used by men in the past. So you turn around and try to use them for their money, but then it doesn't work, which is really good that it doesn't work anymore because what are we all doing out here just trying to use each other? We're trying to make things transactional when it shouldn't be that way. So buy your own drinks, ladies, and walk up to that man that you are actually attracted to and interested in having a conversation with.
Why is it every time that I tell a friend, know that I'm single because of my size, they always come through talking about, no, it's not because of that. No, you're a good person. No, somebody will love you. No, let me tell you, the world is driven by sight. You get me? With all these different podcasts, all this stuff that's going on, they make it seem like it's bad to be around somebody that's bigger. Like big people don't care about themselves. They don't care about their hygiene. They make it seem horrible. So a man doesn't want to be seen walking around with a bigger woman because of that image. So when I tell my friends that, they always try to dumb it down. I want somebody to be like, you know what, friend? You right. And you probably should get in the gym and let me help you and let me be with you. You know, these niggas.
Why do you need validation from a friend if you know this is how you feel inside for yourself?
See, because I be working out, but sometimes you need a little extra push. Sometimes you need a little extra motivation. Sometimes you just want the truth.
Amber, get in the gym.
There we go. Thank you, friend. Can you say you'll come with me?
I'll come with you.
I'm gonna lie to you. When I see a woman that's a bigger woman and she's with a man, the man is not giving what's supposed to give.
I
think that if you have children, you should be with the father of your children. That's what I think. If he was good enough to give you a child, but he's not good enough to marry, is crazy to me. He was good enough to give you something that's a piece of him for the rest of his life. You want to go out here low market value. This sounds really terrible when I'm saying it out loud, but you want to go out here and do all of that when you could have just stayed with him. Why'd you choose him in the first place? Why'd you let him shoot up the club? Why'd you let him get you pregnant?
That's real.
I don't understand that. And if that's the case, be with your baby daddy. I don't feel like women should be getting pregnant by everybody.
That's also true.
I just don't think that. A majority of children are accidents. They are. I'm an accident. You were probably an accident. Kenny, one day will probably have an accident.
I'm the firstborn
Definitely
too.
an accident.
I was the firstborn too.
So I say that to say, I'm saying that most children are not planned. It's like, oh my God, we're pregnant.
Yeah.
Most parents are not sitting here like, yeah, we're going to get pregnant on this month. Now, some are.
Some are.
I'm hope, in my situation now, I'm old. It's big old. It's giving.
You're not old.
I'm just saying now it's a plan.
Okay.
And I pray God is in alignment with the plan.
Men are jealous of women.
No, they're not.
They want to be us.
No, they don't.
They don't even know it. It's like completely subconscious. But I figured it out.
No, really.
I've interviewed I don't know, probably 1,000 men. And that's the conclusion I've come to.
Uh-huh.
I will not be further elaborating, and you can just watch my videos if you want to understand what I'm talking about.
Gee, I wonder why someone isn't elaborating further, because, as has been said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
It's obvious. Men are just jealous of us.
Right. Someone must be referring to the special and preferential treatment that a lot of women get simply for being women. Because, guys are expected to actually earn their keep, go to war, and do all those difficult things that a lot of women don't want to and aren't expected to do. Is that what someone is meaning?
And like I said in my other commentary, modern women are getting bold. They are getting bold with their request. I'm so desperate for the attention, so desperate for the validation. I don't give a crap what people think of me. You even have somebody recording. I don't give a crap. I'm looking for something, and the worst that they can say is no. But the only difference, because modern women be telling men, oh, the worst you can say is no, yada yada yada, and this and that. The only difference between you guys and men is men are not going to put y'all all over TikTok. You're going to put yourself on TikTok. Y'all all, we're doing an experiment. We're testing to see if we can get free drinks. Y'all are going to do that. You know what I mean? Like some of these places y'all be finding yourselves in is embarrassing, and y'all really need to get a hold of yourself.